Hi, beautiful Libra. Welcome to a new era. My name's Emma. Libra, this is your monthly read for December, and we're going to start with an overall energy here, and then just go, what was that? Celebration on the bottom. Use a couple of decks and just really get your message out there. We're going to end with Archangel Michael to see if he has something extra or something inspirational to say about the situation. Thank you so much for all your subscribes and likes. I really, really appreciate them. Thank you so much. Okay, that was quick. Libra. Choices. I was like, choice. I need my glasses. Choices, I think it said. Make the best choices. Make the best choices, Libra. So I see a potential move. These birds should just fly into warmer climate, and I think I said that to Virgo. We had a warmer climate. A lot of animals. There's been a lot of animals in these readings lately. Blood moon. I see a mother angel with her child. And just a lot of change for whoever wants a lot of change. Sometimes we're more like, no, I want things to stay the same. I want them to not transform as much because like it's enough with what is. And then sometimes it's like, oh, it's time for a change. And I just feel like you're very much in charge of this. Like you're deciding right now what should change and what shouldn't. How big of a change and how small of a change. It just feels like it's very much in your hands. Okay, going deeper for Libra, what do we have here, please? That almost came out. Almost makes me really curious. Take a leap of faith. So it's inspiring you to like dare to go for something. Maybe dare to make that change. First actual card out is Ten of Michael, which means that there's a situation that has ended. It is time for something new. It is time for something new. We're going to just get a bunch of cards on the table and then really get into the message. Second card, and then a bunch of cards. Michael again, Ace of Michael, a wonderful new idea. So a situation will end and then you will have a wonderful new idea. I'm going to put these back because they sort of slipped. If they're going to come out, they're going to come out very much on purpose. Page of Raphael. Yeah, this is a new situation, a new emotional situation. Everything new. And I think you're ready for liftoff. Like you're ready for that next stage, that change. So for most Libras, I think that this is a welcome change. And page is also about new energy, turning the page. What else here for Libra, please? For the month of December 2023, sacral chakra. So it's a very creative idea. And new beginnings. I love this. New beginnings. Wow. Very clear message. So we have choices. So it's not like... So maybe there's for some of you, like there's a... Do I want this or do I not want this? I think for most Libras is just going to be how big or small of a change is this going to be? Like, I can't think of one single thing, but like, to compare, like, okay, so do I want to just move next door in the same town, or do I want to move state or country? Like, do I want to, like, do you understand what I mean? Like, it's just it's probably not so for some Libras, it's going to be, I've had enough of change. I don't want that anymore. I want to just keep it as is for a while. But for most Libras, this is like a change. This change is welcome. Like you really are welcoming this change, and the choices that comes along with this change is, so it's rather going to be like, is it going to be a choice or choices on the smaller side or on the grander scale? And it's asking you to take a leap of faith. We had that turn, it didn't come out, but it's asking you to take a leap of faith. We have new ideas, we have new emotional situations. The creative energy is there, and it's time for a new beginning. So the movement is there. Like sometimes when we feel like, I had that for a while, where I'm still at in this town that I'm still in, and for a moment there, it was like nothing is happening. Like I wanted so much for the energy to shift, or for some changes to take place, and it just didn't. It just wouldn't. And it got a little bit frustrating, and I just felt like, okay, what do I have to do for it to change? Rather than, okay, it's just not time. It's just not that movement. But here for you, Libra, it's like you feel it in the air, you feel it in the energy that things during September. So if it has been more still, you've been maybe just thinking about certain things, but not much has happened. For the month of December, there's going to be more choices to make. There's going to be more decisions to make, more like, okay, what do I want with this? Okay. And so then we have 10. We have both 10 and then we have a 0. So it's like 10 is completion. We're wrapping things up. It's a completion. And then we have 0, which is like we've come full circle. So there is a situation, and Paige is talking about the new, and we have new beginnings. So it's like we're coming into the situation where it's a welcome end to something. So the situation that you've been in, Libra, for however long, it's a welcome change. It's a welcome end to a situation, and you are just happy to move on. And this is a situation where also, usually when I get this, it's like, this is a ballerina. Like she's saying, thank you for the show. Like she's having a performance, and she's maybe had this performance, I don't know, 5 times a week, 5 days a week, like for, I don't know, a year, let's say, or several years. She's done this show, this ballerina, and now she's at the end of that. Like that was the final show, and she's saying thank you to her audience. And then when she steps back, there comes the curtain, as it does, and she takes on her own persona again. Like she's not playing a role, she's not doing a character. It's actually who she truly is. And so I feel that for you, Libra. Like there's a there's a situation here that is bringing something brand new about, and that might even be a new version of you. So you maybe have played this part, you play this own character in your own life, like this version of yourself, and now it's time for something brand new. It might even be like you're finding a new talent about yourself, a new skill about yourself, a new version of yourself, stepping onto a brand new journey that is just bringing you somewhere completely different. And I'm not talking about like you're just staying exactly the same and you're just shifting jobs, or you're staying exactly the same and you're moving state. The shift here is more, okay, so the reason why you sort of have to get going or get moving or shift or make changes is because the person that you're changing into will just not fit the surrounding anymore. And however that's going to show up for you, whether that is like changing your relationships, changing your scenery, changing your home, changing work, that's for you to find out. That's going to be different for every Libra, but it's for like, you'll know that and you'll feel that, okay? But I just feel like it's really important for you that you are taking this new opportunity, because it feels like finally you're stepping out of this, like whatever. It's really horrible, but I'm getting and I don't know if you know this, but Britney Spears was in this, what is that called? something sounds like K. Conservativeship. It's not that. Something like that. It's like when someone else is actually taking, like, so her father was actually in charge of her life. Like, she could not make one legal decision for herself. That was like written over to her dad, I believe, for 13 years or something crazy like that. Or was it 7 years? That's a big difference, but like it was a long time. And now she's free. Like now she's her own person. No one else can run her show anymore. Like that's done. I don't want to compare you to this, Libra. Like that sounds horrible, but it might even be that you feel like you have been under the spell of someone else, or like someone else has had an influence of you, or you've just been in this state, Libra, in your life where it's just for the life of you, you haven't been able to move on or make a change or make a difference in your life. And now you can. Like that period, wrapping it up. It's the end of an era. This is a new era, pun intended. So yeah, it's a situation that's ended and you're happy it is. It's wrapping up and you're so glad it does. You are coming into new ideas. Like this is making you feel free. Is making you feel like endless. Like you can now come up with whatever so it might have been like you might have not even come to the ideas before, because it feels like you were shut down in the moment of just having an idea, because it's almost like walking into a shop, and maybe you had this at least once in your life. You walk in somewhere and you're seeing all these beautiful things, but you just don't have the money to buy anything. So it's like walking into this store and things are right there that you want, but you can't have them. So walking in that store sometimes doesn't become an inspiration and doesn't fuel like how fun it's going to be when you have the money to buy stuff. It rather puts you down and gets you sort of disappointed. It's just pointing out that you don't have any money. That type of feeling. So obviously it's going to depend on where you're at, like in your emotional state, to what you're looking at, obviously, and you're in charge of that all the time. But you know that feeling, like it's disappointing when you can't go for what you want. And so sometimes it's just even disappointing to have the ideas, because it feels like, well, that's a beautiful idea, but I can't make that happen anytime soon because of the situation that you've been in. So now, when you have an idea, the idea itself will feel so liberating, so freeing, and so transformational, because it's like the first time in a long time that it feels like you have the idea, and then you also have the backup idea or the backup emotion of, wow, I might actually be able to see this through, or like have this idea implement in my life or transform into reality. Like, what? So even the idea is going to be like such a happy thing for you. It feels like that's really beautiful. And then we have Page of Raphael. So I just feel like you're so ready for this. This is when someone has really prepared, like you're building the sand castles. It's not an actual castle, but it's like, but you built the idea in your head. You know what this castle looks like your idea. You know what this idea looks like. You know what it feels like. You know what it's like to walk around in it. Maybe there's been vision boards. Maybe you have like a vision board in your head. It's like, you know what this is. And you're sitting on this, it's interesting because we have this like, you're sitting on this carpet, and I think it was it Leo? Or was it Cancer? Or was it both? You'd think that you would remember these things, but I think it was one of those signs that had the magical carpet ride. It's the vacation card, but it's the magical carpet ride. Like this woman or this girl is just flying on this magical carpet. And here we have like, this is a person, this is a Libra that's being prepared. Like it's not flying, but like you're sitting on the beach on the carpet. It hasn't taken off yet, but it's like you're so ready for it to take off. Like you want this shift, you want this change. It's a welcome change. This card is saying it's a new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. I just feel with this card, with this energy, that you're sort of ready to get out there again. You're ready to mingle with people. If this is not like, if this is a Libra who's like, mingle with people is taking it too far. But this is just at all to go out and see someone, to go out to see a friend for a coffee, to maybe wanting to get out there and date again. Maybe that has just not been on the table at all for you. And it's now you're preparing yourself. This is like a castle in the sand and you're sitting on the carpet. It hasn't taken off, but it's like a preparation. The page, the right before we turn, you know, it's gonna come into a new place for you for the month of December. I love that for you. And then we have the creative, the sacral chakra, which is all about creativity. It's your sexuality, it's the chi, it's the life force, it's the passion. Things are waking up inside of yourself again. This might even be, doesn't have so much to do with sex, but it has to do with your sexual energy, your sensitivity, your lust for life, your burning flame, like an igniting feeling in the body, like it's starting to wake up. So again, whatever you've been in, like whatever sort of lockdown, it's almost like you had the pandemic for a couple of more years than when everyone else sort of ended it, and you sort of have stayed in that place for quite some time, and now you're sort of starting to come out of it. I think December is going to be a almost life-changing month for you. And if you're not seeing like actual evidence, like you're thinking about the move, or you're thinking about the next relationship or job or whatever, and you don't see it in the month of December, it's for sure happening in the beginning of next year, because I do see this shift, this awakening inside of you. You might even go on an actual like workshop course. Like I said, this new version of you, I'm getting goosebumps all over my body. This new version of you is just not gonna, the surroundings doesn't cut it for you anymore. Like the surroundings need to shift. And if this is like something is being ignited inside of you, like from the insides out, you're finding this new version of yourself. Like you're gonna unlock things inside of yourself. I think, sorry for like getting quiet for a long time, but I think that was Leo as well. So maybe look into Leo or Cancer and see if you resonate with them. Or if you have Leo or Cancer in your chart, like see what those are about, because I feel a connection there. And then we're moving into new beginnings. So it's like we have new beginnings. You're starting fresh. You're starting over. Again, it's like it's almost like this pilgrimage. Like you're ready to go on that walk. Like I'm going to go for this. You're getting ready to, I'm not saying literally that every single Libra is going to go on a pilgrimage walk, but maybe one of you will. It's just a preparation again. It's just I'm dressed for the occasion. You're closing that door behind you and you're stepping onto a new earth. This is literally like starting your life over. You've come full circle in whatever you've been in. I want to talk about lessons. I want to talk about like lesson learned. Expansion has happened here, and it's like time for the next adventure. Let's see what Michael has to say about this for the month of December. What do you have for Libra, please? So many new opportunities, so many new, like, just the fact that you're able to make your own choices, that you're able to, like, be free to choose whatever you want to choose, is the most rewarding thing. Not immediately going to, like, what are they going to think of that? Or, like, are they going to oppose this situation? Or, like, you're free to choose. This is your life's purpose and God is in charge. And I just want to show you, look at that. Like, you have new beginnings here. I said you're like stepping onto a new earth. And then we have Archangel Michael with this is your life's purpose. And here, like, you're holding on to the new earth. This is like when you're stepping onto it. And this is when you really fully have embraced it. It's not just an idea, Libra. It's not just a cute thought that like you're free to do whatever you want. I think you need to sort of test the waters a little bit. I think again, if we're comparing to Britney Spears, it's like, and I mean, obviously I don't know her. I don't know why that's obviously, but like, I don't know her and I don't know her life. I don't know. I just know that she was in that position, that she was like, her dad just took over for so many years of her life. And I would just imagine like, so then she's out of that, like no one can run her life anymore. But if you've been in that type of sort of imprisonment or someone is in charge over your life, like you really can't make any decisions moving anywhere without her father's consent. The first day out or like the first couple of weeks out and doing things must have been like testing the waters a little bit. Like no one's actually going to tell me to do anything or not do anything about this. And if I put this out there, is there actually not going to be like, am I not held accountable for other than society's opinions or whatever? But like, I feel the same for you, Libra. It's like you're testing the waters. You might, if this is about like getting back into the dating game, like if you want to actually meet someone new and you haven't been in the dating game for such a long time, it might be that you just need to get out there and just go on a date for the sake of going on a date, not even for the sake of finding your person. Does that make sense? Or like, if you haven't applied for a job in a long time or you want to switch careers or whatever, it's like, just send in an application just for the sake of it, just to try it out. Or, go, if it's like a really crazy thought to like move somewhere, go check it out. Go on a trip there to like, what would it be like? To not sort of just have it all in your head and think like, how would that be? Actually go visit that place for a couple of days and see for yourself. It's like testing the waters. But once you've done that, once you're like putting, like here we still have one foot on the, do you see that? We're closed the door to the old. That has ended. We've ended completion, 10 completion, done. We're trying something new here now. New ideas, new awesome thoughts moving forward. But we still have one foot on the old staircase. Like we have one foot on the stairs. Have you even touched the new earth there? Have we even put down the foot on the new planet? Here, Libra's fully like, I got it now. I know what to do with this. It's like dip your toe in the water, just try it out. And once you do over and over again, like you're going to be so confident in your new position. You're going to see that nothing will happen. There's no repercussion. There's no someone comes after you. It's working this time. It's really working. This is your life's purpose. So I think that why it's so freaking, I could almost get emotional as I feel this, because it's like, I will get emotional because it's like, I don't know, Libra. It's like this was your, it's almost like this is what you came for to the planet this time. This is like, it's a feeling of, it's almost like you came here to this planet and you said, okay, I'm going to put myself in a situation where it feels like I'm in prison. It feels like I'm shut down. I can't shine my light. I am sort of, you really are like put down in your shoes. Like you can't be fully who you are. And it's like, it feels like other people will have opinions, or it will be a situation where you feel like you're not free. And the whole purpose is to go from boundary, to go from imprisonment to freedom. Like that was one of your like greatest life purposes, coming here this time. And it's like you did it. And the month of December is going to be the month where you feel, I freaking did it. You're done. And the more you like it, the more you're going to like it. Like the more you step into this, the more you're going to like, not even like, oh, that's not for me. That's not, no, the complete opposite. Like you're going to like, this is what you were supposed to do. And to then not feel like what took you so long, or how come you couldn't get there faster, or get sad that, you lived so much of your life more closed in or boxed in or whatever. Now is the time. Now's the shift. This is your life's purpose. I just want to read the prayer that sits on this card. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life's purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. I would switch career to life. And this is what I feel with this. It's like choices and decisions, and like, do I move? Do I not move? Where do I go? I'm free now. Where do I go? This might even be a situation where you're having a normal life, and just the notion that, wait a minute, I can choose whatever I want. Who says I have to live in this country for the rest of my life? Because you had this education and because you went into this job, who says you need to stay at that place? Why not do something new? It's almost like you had a revelation of like, why do I just keep doing what I'm doing? I'm done here. Like I can do something else. And just having that thought, having that epiphany is like mind-blowing. And then we have God is in charge. So there's a timing here. There's a move. That's why I'm saying, don't sort of beat yourself up that you haven't thought of this before. Don't beat yourself up that like, just be kind to yourself in this process, because the time is now. The change is now. God is in charge. The prayer is, and do you see that there's a baby there. So for some of you, because I see this, there's a lot of women, and obviously this is for men as well. There's a ballerina girl, and here's the woman sitting on this magical carpet. And there's the woman in the picture, and there's a woman with her child. There's a woman stepping onto this planet. This angel woman is holding on to this new earth for dear life. And I was drawn to that. Like there's a woman with her child. And there's a woman sitting there holding a baby. I don't know if you see that. It's so bright colors. There you go. It's like this has been a journey, like to get to this place. Dear God, please help me let go of this situation, giving it in faith and trust to divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. So the thing that you're leaving behind, like done deal, been there, done that, is we're closing it down. And this is a prayer to say, help me close this down. Help me as you make this transition, as you make this change and making these new decisions for yourself. Like you're asking God and the angels to close that old situation down and to give you strength and courage and feeling, but you have this like this igniting inside yourself. You're gonna get going. New ideas, but like it's asking God to just be there with you, or universe, or higher self, whatever you want to call it, as you move forward. Wow, that's what I have for you, Libra, for the month of December. I hope it's helpful. It guides you in the right direction. Thank you again for the likes and subscribes. I'll see you when I see you. Bye, guys.